What's up, y'all, and welcome to this brand new vlog. It's April and it snowed here in Boston. Please forgive like what my hair is giving right now. I don't even know. I don't know. This piece is supposed to be over here. It was over here earlier. Now it wants to be over there. We're gonna let it be over there, okay? Cool. So I wanted to make a video today that's been long overdue, that I told you guys that I wanted to do for like a little while. And today's video, as you can guess from the title, we're going to go over what really happened, like when I was getting my biggest tattoo, my hand tattoo, and some fun FAQs, like fun facts that have happened during and after I got the tattoo that I think it's interesting to share. And then I know you guys have been wanting to know the meaning of it, so I'm gonna go over it and we're gonna break it down, like what this truly means, because for some people it could look just like a snake or like a dragon, I've heard. And like they don't understand the design, they don't know what it is. So we are going to go over that in today's video, so stay tuned. Okay, so we got this tattoo. I got this tattoo in February. I believe it was February 7th. And so it's been a couple months right now. It has healed completely. I shower so much, you guys, that like it has already not faded, but like it's not as black. I hope this can focus. It's not as black as it used to be. Is it focusing? Yeah, especially on like my knuckle area. Like, but it's not going like super light gray or whatever. I like the more faded look, I have to say, so I'm not too upset about it. So okay, so fun facts. Okay, so basically on the day of I knew what I was gonna get. And I say that to say because some people know for years or months what they're getting. I didn't until the night before. So I was praying because I already had the appointment booked. What I really needed to have tatted on such like important part of my body, because one thing I knew is where I wanted it on my right hand. And I knew I wanted it bigger than my first. But I just, when I tell you guys, I had no clue what to get. So basically what I did is I went on Google and I Googled a bunch of like cultural things, like from my culture, from my region, from my country, things in my language, things in Latin, things that would like, you know, be symbolic. And then finally I found it. I knew that that's what I wanted. I saved a whole bunch of pictures, and yeah, I showed up and he made the design. He first had something that, you know, he individually created, and then I kind of like gave him some ideas. We went on Google and like found some pictures. I knew I didn't want it as cartoony. That's something I told Simon. So we try to incorporate like this old-fashioned style, but also make it kind of fun, and that's where we added the eyelashes to the eye. He also added white, so I don't know if you guys can tell, but this does have gold and it has white. But you guys can see how it's been healing and how it looks right now. This is not faded. He did the fading, basically. It's supposed to be this way. And then, you know, you get the nose with the mouth, and then his tongue goes, her tongue, what am I talking about? I also gotta fill you guys in on, this is a girl and she has a name, by the way. So by the way, I'm so sorry for the lighting, you guys. My ring light, where I'm, you know, holding the phone from, literally died. So I need a new ring light, but in the meantime I just have like my bedroom lights going on. So I apologize in advance if the lighting sucks. But anyways, getting back to her, the tongue goes all the way down to the middle finger. Now if you ask me, right, now we get into the section of assumptions and fun facts, right? One of the fun facts about me getting this tongue going all the way down the middle finger is that not a single person has told me, and trust me, I've had a lot of comments from a lot of different people. Not a single person has said, oh my gosh, did you get or the tongue is right on your middle finger so you can flip off people. Like, nobody has made that comment, and I'm so glad, because it's not the purpose of which I intended it to be at all. Like, it's not that. It's just the placement worked that way. It's just not intended to have that meaning. Before I get into her name, I want to go over some fun facts that have happened during and after the tattoo. So quite a few people asked if it really was painful, and my answer to that is, if you haven't watched the actual video of when I was getting the tattoo, do you even understand how painful that ish was? Or maybe I'm not conveying in the video that it wasn't painful, but you guys, when I tell you, I had my friends constantly on FaceTime, and I had a friend right there that was like, I was asking her to tell me stories, because that would maybe like get my mind off. We didn't use any numbing cream, so I really was feeling everything. And by the end of the tattoo, by the end of the 4 hours, continuous 4 hours, like, my hand was so fried that when he did the color, when he did the gold and the white, oh man, I started bleeding so bad. It just couldn't take it anymore. The middle of the hand, like I said in the previous, you know, in that video when I'm getting it, the middle of the hand, so this part, the middle, and the whole finger, especially the knuckle, was the worst part. Also healing wise as well. I think I still have some scar tissue all along right here, the brim and the teeth. I don't know if y'all can see it, to be honest, but it's just so minute to see. You would see it like if we were face to face, but only people that like would meet me like face to face could see the scar tissue on here. And then you could see the or not scar tissue, just, I guess like it's called scar tissue, yes. You can see the scar tissue right here on the knuckle. That's the two parts that are like heavily impacted, because those were the most painful. Even though you guys have seen me bleed from the eye, there wasn't much going on. I think my hand was just tired of taking it at that point, that it started bleeding. And then another fun fact is that the healing was about between 7 days and 10 days. By week number 2, which was my recommended amount of time of healing from Simon, actually I was completely healed already. So it literally took between 7 to 10 days. My hand was puffy for 24 to 48 hours. I applied a ton of ice, and that helped the swelling come down. I kept my tattoo wrapped for 2 days, I think, instead of 3 days. And then as far as picking, I did pick my tattoo. No, you can't tell. It didn't get ruined. The only part that you can tell is like at the knuckle, because I kept picking it heavily, and that is my fault. I shouldn't have done that. Other people that had gotten tattoos were looking at me like, you're gonna regret this. What are you doing? I just couldn't hold it. But I'm so glad that it didn't end up like ruining the tattoo. What else? As far as like the comments, questions that I've received is, I have definitely turned down people that have asked me to take a picture of it and just keep for their phone, for their personal business. No, if we are going to be taking a picture together, I really don't have an issue. If you're just doing it just to get a picture of my hand and keep it in your phone without me or you in the picture, that's a little bit weird. I understand people are going to want to draw inspiration and redo this maybe. I don't know if this is something that you want to do or you want to replicate. I don't have an issue with that at all, but just the sole fact that you wouldn't include yourself or me in the picture and you would just want a picture of my hand, it's a bit strange. Like, and I know, you know, from different pictures that I take from events or pictures that other people take of me, you can grab it and put it on Google if it's not already there. But just to, if you were to ask me, that's what I'm saying. If you were to ask me specifically, just let me take a picture of your hand just so that I can have it. Grab it from anywhere else. Grab it from anywhere else, literally. Because clearly, I don't have an issue showcasing it. It's my hand. Like, it's the most exposed part of my body. Of course, like, my sole purpose was not to hide it, if you guys could tell. But grab it from anywhere else. If you were to specifically ask me for a picture of just my hand in person, I think that would be just a little odd, and I would tell you no. The first day where it was really, really black and it looked kind of fake, I have gotten a couple people that have asked me if I actually drew this on me. I thought it was hilarious, not because like I wouldn't be able to draw this well, but in my mind, two things came through. I was thinking, who the hell spends this much time doing such intricate drawing on their hand just to do it? And that thought just kind of went away because I was like, okay, maybe somebody could, or maybe I could too, because I love drawing too, and they don't know. But secondly, and most importantly, the thing that was turning me off of these assumptions was that literally after the pain that I went through to get this, how dare a person would tell me, oh, did you just draw this on your hand? Like, literally, that was my biggest thing. I was like, how could ever a person just assume that after all this pain, right? They don't know, right? But I'm like, I wanted to tell them, really, sis, bro, whatever. If you only know what the tears, the moments of silence, whatever. Okay, moving on. I have gotten asked many times what the meaning of it was. I explained it to very few people because one of the many things I'm really good at, you guys, and if we meet in person one day, you will sense this out of me. We will understand that about each other. I am really good at picking up the energy of the person in front of me and what they can hold, how much they can listen. Because this means so much to me and it actually has a story, it's actually meaningful, I stay away from telling the full meaning of my tattoo to most people because I know that they want to ask and they're doing either of these two things. They just want to hear it's a snake or it's a dragon and they just want to quit it because it's the easy answer to give, it's the quickest answer to give, or they just don't have the capacity to listen, like, because it's an actual story. So I'm not gonna sit there for everybody and tell the story for everybody. So what I've been saying that you guys wanted me to share, because you guys did ask, how do you explain this tattoo to people that don't know you or the people that don't know the meaning? If I'm in a hurry or they're in a hurry, I just say it's a dragon. The longest the deeper I will go if I'm in a hurry is I'll tell them, oh, this is like a Roman symbol and it's called a Draco, and that's it. I leave it right there. So this is a good part that leads us to the meaning of this tattoo. So this is indeed called a Draco. right? And basically, the story goes like this. Its official name is Draco Romano. That is a military standard that existed in the Roman Empire. As you guys may know, I am from Italy, born and raised. I'm from a region called Abruzzo. I'm loud and proud Abruzzese, if you know what I mean. Abruzzo is a region that is 2 hours away from Rome. There is basically no in-between region between Lazio, which is the region of Rome, and my region, Abruzzo. They're the only two regions that stand side by side in the right smack middle of Italy. And you guys know how thin Italy gets in the middle part. And that's where I'm from. But needless to say, I do have Roman roots because my entire mother's side of the family is from Rome. Okay, so I am Abruzzese, but I'm also Laziale, which means I am Abruzzese and I am Roman. And I'm only keeping Abruzzo as generic as that because I know you guys don't know. Most of you guys don't know cities and towns in Abruzzo. I don't even know if a lot of people know Abruzzo, but I do know that I do get Italian watchers. So if you are watching, I was born in Ortona. I was raised between Ripa and Pescara. I went to school in Pescara. So yeah, anyways, that is my blood. That is my heritage, Roman, and I am Pescarese. I'm like from Abruzzo. So basically, in honor of my mom and my grandmom and my mother's side of the family, I decided to get a Roman Draco, who was a serpent, a snake, a dragon head that had a little bell in his that had a whistle inside his mouth, and the body was made of fabric. So now they used to put this head, this golden head piece on their, would enter from the Draco's mouth. It would make the whistle blow, so make noise to like let the enemy know that they were coming, or you know, create like intimidation. And then also the wind would get all the way down to the back of the fabric body, and it would blow it up, and it would just like blow in the wind like if it was a serpent, a snake, a dragon. So aesthetically beautiful, powerful symbol, emblem of this culture. This Roman Draco wasn't a Roman symbol. The Romans conquered the Dacians, Daci in Italian, and they got it from them. There is something to say about a group of people or a culture that takes the beauty out of everything, you know, can look at maybe their enemies and takes the beauty, values the beauty, carries on the beauty without just eradicating altogether their beauty and their language and their culture and their custom. Having the Roman Draco on my hand, this is what it symbolized to me. It symbolized how I can take, and I can take the beauty, I can see the beauty in every scenario, whether I'm in a storm and I'm battling something, or I'm going through something, or there is friction, or there is a challenge, a hurdle, an obstacle that I'm going through. I can see the light, and I can always find something, a gem, a hidden beauty, a silver lining that I can take from the challenge, the enemy, if you will, the thing that I'm trying to conquer. I don't have to unfriend it. I don't have to hate it. I don't have to throw it away. I don't have to take it and possess it and trying to pretend that it's mine. I can incorporate it, and I can value it, and I can just continue to give it meaning through time and history of its beauty, and carry on the beauty that it has. So that was what inspired this tattoo that I love so much. And as a closing regard, I am going to announce you guys now the name of her. So she still has two names, and I think now that I'm talking to you guys about it, I think I finally made my decision. I was thinking between two names, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta pick a name before I shoot this video. But actually now it makes sense that she has two names. So her first name is Draca, and her middle name is Sophia. So there is also a meaning behind this name. So Draca is because it's a Roman Draco. I didn't want to, she's not a male, she's a female. So I decided to make it Draca. And then Sophia is because many of you guys don't know this yet, but I was a twin, and my twin was actually moved forward in the womb, and but I know she was a sister, and so my mom actually also had a full name for her, and her name was Costanza Sofia. Costanza meaning Constance, and Sophia is just like, in English I think it's just like Sophie. So her name is Draca Sophia. You guys can call her whatever fits you best. You guys can just call her Sophia, Sophie. You guys can call her Draca. You guys can call her DS. I don't know, whatever the nickname you guys come up with, but she is she's very special to me. So thank you guys for tuning in for today's video that you guys have been waiting for a very long time. I don't know why I took 2 months to make it, but I finally sat down today and I was like, I think this is the right time to sit down and break this down for you guys, and give you guys the gems and the fun facts and the cool things about this tattoo. I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll catch you guys on the next vlog.